We begin Monday's Sunrise Smart Start with some breaking updates this morning on multiple shootings overnight in the city.
We'll start with the latest case around 1:45 a.m. RPD got a call from RGH for a victim of a gunshot dropped off there. They learned the 22-year-old man was shot on North Street. He is expected to survive. No arrests have been made.
Then, a few hours earlier, at 10:30 p.m., a 35-year-old man showed up at Strong with a gunshot wound. Police determined he'd been shot on Columbia Avenue near the intersection of Kenmore Street. We're told he's also expected to make a recovery, but there's no one in custody for this shooting.
We can now tell you the name of the man who was shot to death over the weekend on the city's Upper West Side. We heard from police identifying that victim as 68-year-old Gilberto Morales Cruz, who was found unresponsive on a sidewalk on Smith Street. This was Saturday around 4:30 p.m. Officers say he'd been shot multiple times, and despite their life-saving measures, he did die on scene. Homicide detectives are still working to figure out what exactly led up to that shooting and to identify a shooter. If you have any information on these investigations, you're asked to call 911.
Federal investigators with the NTSB are going to be on scene for much of the week as they look into the deadly tour bus crash on the Thruway in Pembroke.
That bus, we know, was owned and operated by MNY Tour Incorporated, based out of Staten Island. According to the inspection report from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, over the last 2 years, the company had no other crashes and had been inspected 61 times. 9 times, though, it was under an out-of-service order and then was not authorized to operate. The NTSB says passenger safety and operations of the carrier are both top of mind as they find out what happened here.
We are particularly interested in issues relating to occupant protection and seatbelt usage, driver performance, and operations and oversight of the motor carrier.
According to these federal records, the company had a satisfactory rating, meaning there was no evidence of substantial non-compliance with federal safety mandates.
$4 million from the state is on the way to Monroe County, trying to help support the youth employment program and its fight against gun violence. The announcement from the governor's office came just a day after a Rochester teen was arrested for shooting a 15-year-old on Roycroft Drive 8 days ago. Studies also show that young people at risk are less likely to engage in violence if they have a job. That is why local youth employment programs offer teens and young adults employment opportunities during the summertime. But they do say continuing these year-round can be very expensive. Governor Hochul hopes that by allocating $40 million to youth programs across the entire state will help keep teens too busy to fall into a life of crime.
It could lead to a career. It could lead to a whole new life. I praise the governor. I praise the state legislature for having this be a focus. And I know at the Center for Youth we will do our best. We will be stewards of any kind of opportunities that come our way, and we will support young people across this county.
The 2025-26 Youth Employment Program will operate from September 1st through June 30th. To be eligible, you have to be between the ages of 14 and 20 and have a household income below 200% of the federal poverty level. You can also learn more on rochesterfirst.com.
It is time to get back into back-to-school mode. Got all of our graphics and branding and everything. So we're in our routine. You got to get into yours, and that also includes some healthy eating.
Yeah, got to know what you're going to pack in the lunches. There's a program trying to teach families how very small, healthy lifestyle changes can make a huge difference to your overall health.
We can all learn something here. Aran Spitzer heard from a family that went through it. Aran.
Yeah, so this is a URMC Healthy Together program. It's for young people between the ages of 7 and 13 with a higher body mass index and their caregiver. Alan and Sheila Fleming are a mother and son duo who went through the program. Sheila says their pediatrician actually recommended it. During the program, you work with a team of physicians, lifestyle counselors, a nurse practitioner, and registered dietitians. You cover a range of topics, including nutrition, movement, sleep, and the science of food and how our bodies receive what we consume. And every session, you and your child will have a one-on-one with a medical provider to discuss progress and review and discuss recent labs or medical history changes. And the Flemings say this kind of help was valuable.
It was very educational for me. I mean, there's so many things you think you know about nutrition and how to have a healthier living, but there's so many things that I learned to incorporate into our daily life and things that Alan wanted to incorporate. So together, it was great to bounce ideas off of each other for the whole family.
Yeah, and some things like we got a multiple seed bread, and I didn't really like it, so instead we got a multiple seed bread that I did like, and it was cheap, and it just tasted better, and it was more fun picking it out.
He knows what's up, and the program starts September 4th. You can learn more by emailing or calling the team. You can find that information on our website, rochesterfirst.com. Guys.
I love that. Thanks for sharing. Aran, let's go inside the huddle. We heard this from former Bills center Eric Wood. The preseason doesn't count, but it matters. That's probably the best way to sum this up, especially for those who are lower on the depth chart trying to make a final roster somewhere. Shane Buechele took every single snap Saturday night as QB for Buffalo in the Bills' 23-19 win over the Bucs at Tampa. The backup quarterback missed all of last season with a neck injury and made the most of his next opportunity. Nearly 300 total yards on the night and a touchdown. The win, of course, doesn't count in anyone's standings, but it did matter to him. The Bills have already cut 8 guys from the roster. Some of those do include defensive end Nelson Caesar, tight end Matt Sokol, running back Elijah Young, and wide receiver Grant DeBose. The cut-down deadline league-wide 4 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be following all of the roster moves and updates with our News 8 sports team as we get ready for the regular season 13 days from now, kicking off at Highmark against the Ravens. Your Sunrise traffic to go 6 minutes before the top of the hour. Looking okay from 490 in and out of downtown. Getting some sun there from our Greater Rock Sky Eye. Passing through downtown on 490 is just fine. 390 in Henrietta, good to go. 104 the Bay Bridge. Everything's typical drive times in Webster.
Well, a reminder here, a traffic alert for you. Resurfacing work on Culver Road should be done by tomorrow, but that means for today, drivers still watch out for that work happening between Atlantic Avenue and Canterbury Road. Everybody encouraged to follow those posted detours, speed limits, and take care around those workers. They're doing their best,
yeah.
And we want them to be safe as well.
I got stuck in that zipper yesterday.
I know.
Going to Mon Victor. I don't know how these people do it. No. Yeah, but anyway, we've only got a couple minutes here, James.
Marsh Road
yes.
is how you avoid
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Really cool view if you look north along Lake Ontario. This is about 30 miles off the shoreline. Distant thunderstorms being illuminated by the sunrise there. So you can see the east side of the storm. Pretty cool there. That's way offshore, not going to impact us. Our rain probably comes in with a couple of pop-up showers later this afternoon, and then same tomorrow as well. Turn off the air conditioning and let Mother Nature do the work.
Windows open all week. We will see you again for our second Cup of Sunrise podcast, live 9 o'clock. The band back together.
Oh, yeah.
No more taking the Sharpie and drawing over James's name on our Venti here.
Yes.
We'll see what we talk about. It's Rochester First streaming app.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Have a great day, and your next update is in 30 minutes.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.